In this lesson, we are going to learn about the career as a biomechanist in sports. In the past years, many Malaysians have made their mark in world sports events. On the international circuit, Malaysia has been acknowledged globally for the many numerous achievements attained by the country as a whole and by the citizens at the individual level. Our sports, such as badminton, bowling, and squash, just to name a few, have accomplished world standard. For example, Esther Chia was the world champion in the Women's World Bowling Championship at Aalborg in Denmark, and Nicole David won the gold medal in the women's squash competition at the World Games in Duisburg. Sports science and medicine plays a very important part in the performance of athletes. Science can help fine-tune the athletes. The sport and exercise scientist plays an important role in helping athletes to achieve their personal potential, enjoy exercise participation, and improve general health. Biomechanics is the study and explanation of the laws of physics as applied to physical activity, exercise, and sport. Biomechanics can be used to explain how muscles, bones, and joints are injured under certain conditions and to improve performance using motion analysis techniques. Meet Muhammad Shafrushaha Muhammad Yusof, Head of Biomechanics Unit in National Sports Council. Let's have a chat with him to know more about a career as a biomechanist.
I'm working as a head of Biomechanics Unit, National Sports Institute, National Sports Council of Malaysia. As a biomechanist, what we are doing is that we give our service to improve the performance of the athletes, and the main concern is to make sure that our athlete will achieve the maximum capability and the optimum technique when they are performing the skill during the training and the competition.
Describe more about your responsibilities.
Our responsibilities for as a biomechanist in National Sports Council of Malaysia is we have three major focus. Is the performance enhancement for the athletes, injury prevention, and focus on the rehabilitation. But the most important thing we are covered for both is the performance enhancement and injury prevention. This what we did is through a video recording during the local competition or training to do a comparison, and after that we'll do the analysis, all the sequence of the skill the athletes perform during the training or the competition, and from there we give a suggestion to the athletes, detect the errors which is affect the movement, and then we have a discussion with the athletes and the coach for improving the techniques to achieve their maximums, to achieve their optimum capabilities in performing the skill.
Tell us how you decided to choose this career.
Why I choose this career? The first one is we know that the biomechanics in Malaysia are new, so this is a very good opportunity to me to explore, to make sure that the biomechanics area as one of the most important elements in improving the athlete's performance and produce a safety training program for the athletes to minimize the risk of injury. And then at the same time, because of my background also from the science, and then also I got a strong backup from the mathematics and physics, this is a very good opportunity to me that to explore more and to apply more on the physics and mathematics into the complex of the human movement.
Biomechanics is the application of mechanics and physics to a biological system, such as the human body. Because the field requires a combined educational background in both mechanics and anatomy, the course of study can be diverse. Typically, biomechanical engineers have a technical background from an engineering program, mechanical, biomedical, with additional education in either biological science or the biological sciences. Another approach is a background in anatomy or human movement with additional education in physics and engineering. Either course requires a bachelor degree, 4 years of study. Often, specialization in the field requires graduate study in the master's program, 1 to 2 years, and sometimes a doctorate program, 3 to 4 years of study. Many graduate students in biomechanics received undergraduate education in a more general major. Example, mechanical engineering, physical education. The word biomechanics is derived from the Greek bios, meaning life, and mechaniki, meaning mechanics, so that biomechanics is said to be the In the biomechanics of humans, topics range from the mechanics of bone, tooth, muscle, tendon, ligament, cartilage, skin, prostheses, blood flow, airflow, eye movement, joint movement to whole body movement. In human movement biomechanics, topics include injury, clinical assessment, rehabilitation, ergonomics, and sport. Sports biomechanics uses the scientific methods of mechanics to study the effects of various forces on the sports performer. It is concerned, in particular, with the forces that act on the human neuromuscular skeletal system, velocities, accelerations, torque, momentum, and inertia. It also considers aspects of the behavior of sports implements, footwear, and surfaces where these affect athletic performance or to prevent injuries. Explain the importance of biomechanics in sports.
To help the coaches and the athletes in preparing a safe training program towards the target competition. The second one, the importance of biomechanics is that the analysis from the biomechanics that we base on the video recording during training and the competition, and the athlete itself will get a visual feedback. That means the athletes can see their performance through the videos, and from there will help them to understand which is the problem, which is the error on their skill, that we can help them to improve in it.
How can the study of biomechanics be applied in explaining the motion of athletes in a sepak takraw game?
Okay, the first part is that the analysis of the motion. Is that the first stage of analysis is describing motion. In sepak takraw surf, we describe motion divided into 5 phases. The first phases is ready position, the back swing, the forward swing, the contact, and the follow through. So how we describe? We describe all the movement with the athletes and the coaches. How they perform, how he serve the balls. Also with the coach. The beauty of the camera, video camera, is that the athletes can see the visual image. From there, we have to discuss furthermore how to improve the serve.
What are the challenges you have to face in this chosen career?
The biggest challenges is that they understand the understand of the coaches and the athletes in receiving the comments, the analysis from the biomechanics. The main thing here is that the communication skill between the athletes, the coach and the biomechanics is the most important things.
What do you think of the future of biomechanics in Malaysia?
I can see that right now that the sports culture in Malaysia already accepted that the biomechanics is the one of the element and tools in performance enhancement. And then what can I see here, that the future for the biomechanics in Malaysia, that we need to be more biomechanics in Malaysia to make sure that we are focusing on the projects, on the research in improving our local athletes, to make sure that we can compare our national athlete with the world standard athletes.